2024, the end of the year, our holiday letter. Happy holidays. Good afternoon. My name is Neil Burns. I'm an attorney, and along with my partner, Roshan Jain, we represent victims of legal malpractice and personal injury here in Massachusetts. We also, unfortunately, have been representing a lot of people lately in bankruptcy. Those bankruptcies are up in Massachusetts and throughout the country right now. And I've been asked to talk at the end of the year about what things, if people could call and talk to a lawyer, what questions would they generally ask and what are my general answers? So this is sort of a general end of year commentary. You can read our letter, which doesn't go to most of these things, but we send one at the end of the year to all our clients. So there's a few things that I would say when people call generally, not for a specific personal injury case, but when they call generally that they may be asking about. And number one is, do I need a will? And they tell me why they don't need a will. And something they read and they're putting everything in a trust or whatever. But the answer is you do need a will. You can have a simple will. You can put everything in a trust, but it's not clear what everything is. You're alive. You may inherit some money that you haven't put into this trust. You may be involved in a personal injury or wrongful death case, which you can't put into a trust ahead of time. And you need a will. There are things that may come up and you should just have a will. It doesn't have to be complicated or expensive necessarily, but you should do that. Number two is, do I need more insurance? And since we deal with insurance defense attorneys all the time and insurance companies all the time, we have a pretty good sense, and the answer for most people is yes. First of all, you need sufficient liability insurance, but more than that, you need underinsurance coverage, umbrella coverage. Underinsurance coverage goes for when somebody injures you and they don't have sufficient insurance. So you could have $1 million worth of liability insurance, and the guy that rear ends you and causes serious injury has a $20,000 policy. If you go to your U coverage, you could have $250 or $1 million worth of coverage against your own company. It's not that expensive, and it's the simplest thing that people miss when they come to us. And we see it all the time, and we get money for people all the time, and they could have gotten more money if they had bought sufficient insurance. Number three, social media. Be careful in social media. You get in a car accident and report the next day, I'm going dancing. The insurance company finds it, and even if you say, well, I said I was going dancing, but I didn't really dance because I was hurt, your case is a problem. Along with all the other privacy things, I'm just talking as a professional who deals with personal injury, it could be a problem. Medical records. We see all the time where someone gets injured and they injured a part of their body, and there's medical record that indicates that that part of the body was injured before, and they say, no, that was my other leg. Fix it beforehand. Check your records, and if there's a problem, doctors make mistakes, computers make mistakes, AI things, double, triple things in a record. Get it fixed so that if you're ever in an accident and you are talking to a lawyer and you don't have to say, well, that was a mistake, I told the doctor, but he or she didn't fix it. Get those fixed. And the last thing that I want to talk about today anyway, that people make mistakes with, is the simplest thing you can do to save lives and save serious injury: wear a seatbelt. We have a bad record in Massachusetts compared to other states for people wearing seatbelts. I don't know why. It's very simple. It's very easy. It doesn't cost you a dime. Every car has seatbelts in it. Princess Di died because she wasn't wearing a seatbelt in a very notorious case. Wear your seatbelt. You're not a princess, and princesses die. Please, please, please. We've seen ejection cases where people weren't wearing a seatbelt. We've seen rollover cases where people weren't wearing a seatbelt. You get so much more injured if you're not wearing a seatbelt. Please wear a seatbelt. Any other questions, call us. If you're injured, it's a free initial consultation. If you're a prior client, we'd love to help you with some practical advice. Call Burns & Jain, 617-227-7423. Thank you.